Hey guys, so today we have another video on the Dodge Charger. Today I'm bringing you a list of 8 Dodge Charger concepts. We'll be starting out with the original 1999 Charger RT concept, and then moving all the way up to the 2019 Hellcat widebody concept. These were all really cool vehicles with great features and visuals, so for each one we'll go in depth and see what they have to offer. If you haven't already, make sure to check out my other concept car videos like Dodge and Chrysler concepts, and I've also done the same video style as today for the Dodge Challenger Part 1 and Part 2. So let's get started. So first up is the 1999 Dodge Charger RT concept, which debuted at the 1999 North American International Auto Show. It had been 12 years since there was a Charger on the market, and this one took some parts from the Dodge Viper, Intrepid, and Chrysler Prowler, and shared the LH platform chassis with the Intrepid. The car had functional side scoops on either side, taillights that run across the entire back end with Charger written on them, and the exhaust was mounted in the center. Originally, Chrysler had wanted to put 2 doors on this concept like the original Charger, but midway through the process they changed to 4 doors because they saw that coupe sales were declining at the time. But you can see that they have really tried to blend those last 2 doors into the body, so it almost looks like they aren't there. Moving inside, there are bucket seats in the front and back, rotary dials on the center stack, a pistol grip shifter, and a center console that runs through the interior of the car. The steering wheel is a classic 3-spoke design, pedals are made of bright machined metal, and the inside of the doors look awesome with copper red sheet metal and aluminum. Mostly everything is covered with a black leather that has a carbon fiber texture. The seats are black leather with scarlet red inserts, and the carpets are also the same color. As for the performance, it was powered by a supercharged compressed natural gas 4.7 liter V8 engine. This gave the Charger 325 horsepower, but we don't know the torque numbers, and that was paired with a 5-speed automatic transmission and rear-wheel drive. 0 to 60 happened in 5.3 seconds, the quarter mile around 13 seconds, and the top speed was 140 miles an hour. The Charger sounded good too with a Borla exhaust. The compressed natural gas engine is very interesting, as Chrysler was one of the first companies to offer this. The CNG engines reduce emissions by up to 25%, but the downside is that they give the car a lot less range, only around 100 miles. These were supposed to be the next big thing, and they looked really good on paper with power and cleaner fuel emissions, but it never took off at all. Disc brakes are taken from the Viper with 4 piston calipers up front and 2 pistons in the rear. There's a staggered wheel setup with 19 by 9 inch rims up front with 245/45/19 tires, and the back are 20 by 10 inches with 295/40/20s. Of course, looking back, this car never made it to production, as Daimler Chrysler wanted to go in a different direction at the time. Even though the real 2006 version was quite different, this concept was the foundation for that car and it helped it come to fruition. You could also test drive this car virtually in the Midnight Club 3 Dub Edition on PS2 or Xbox. Next up is the 2011 Redline Charger revealed at the 2010 SEMA show. The Mopar Underground team was charged with the task of designing this one-off concept, with Dodge going all out before the real 2011 Charger was released. One of the top designers in Dodge, Ralph Gilles, said, quote, "We let the designers of the production car and their friends at Mopar rip. I wanted them to show us what they would do with this vehicle if it was their own dream car." End quote. So the customized Redline Charger gets its name from the paint job, finished in Redline red. On the exterior, there's an aggressive body kit with lots of carbon fiber found in the front splitter, the air dam, rear spoiler, diffuser, roof, hood, side scoops, and mirror caps. The headlights and taillights also got blacked out. The side scoop is a really nice touch, paying homage to the scoop of the 1970 Dodge Charger RT, and the black and red color scheme works beautifully. The inside also follows this theme with a red and black two-tone interior. There are Mopar Catskin performance seats that are trimmed with radar red Nappa leather and bright red stitching. There were also Redline aluminum bezels for additional accents. The steering wheel was the new 3-spoke SRT prototype with paddle shifters, and there was also the debut of the interior touchscreen. Under the hood was the 5.7 liter Hemi V8, along with a 5-speed automatic. Stock numbers at the time were around 368 horsepower and 395 pound-feet of torque, but a tune, cold air intake, headers, and free-flowing exhaust system added some gains here. To improve the handling, the car was lowered by 1 inch, and a Mopar strut tower brace was added in the front for better stability. The wheels were also huge, as is customary for concept cars, with 22-inch super alloy wheels with a red lip around them. Basically, the same design was later found on the SRT8 models. The Pirelli tires used were wide as well, 265s in the front and 290s in the rear. So this was an awesome concept that Dodge brought out, obviously a one-off, but it was a really nice way to introduce the world to the new generation Dodge Charger back in 2011. The Redline eventually became a package in 2014 for Charger SXT and SXT Plus V6 models. The Dodge Charger Juiced is next up, unveiled at the 2012 SEMA show in Las Vegas. This was one hell of a beast, juiced up with a Viper V10 crate engine. More on that in a minute. This is another beautiful creation from Mopar, again based on the 2011 to 2014 generation of the Charger. Mopar added a front chin spoiler, performance SRT hood with a functional intake, and some unique Mopar matte black graphics for the hood and deck lid that fit really well with the design. The car is painted in a metallic orange color called Copperhead, and the hood, roof, and deck lid have a matte Copperhead finish instead of gloss. Smoked headlights and a black grille complete the look. Another nice touch are V10 fender decals to show off what's under the hood. Also, if you didn't know, there was a Dodge Copperhead concept in the late 1990s. Inside there are more Copperhead accents, including patches of Alcantara inserts and stitching on the black catskin leather seats. Copperhead stitching is found on the steering wheel, shifter, and armrest, while the Copperhead logo is embroidered in the backs of the seats. There are also Copperhead bezels, along with door sills, premium floor mats, and pistol grip shifter, all from Mopar. Shifting back to the performance, this Charger RT gets an 8.4 liter V10 engine from the Viper, pumping out a whopping 650 horsepower. This beast also got a Mopar cold air intake and kept back exhaust to add some noise and a few more horsepower. A Mopar lowering kit was added as well to tighten the ride and improve the handling around the corners. The Charger Juiced also showed off some new 20-inch lightweight wheels with a Copperhead stripe, and these would later become the standard wheels for some models down the road a few years later, like the Daytona and Scat Pack. The Charger Juiced was simply an awesome concept that was definitely a one-off at the time, but it was the precursor of what was to come, as just 3 years later, the Hellcat was released with even more power than this one. 1 year later at the 2013 SEMA show, the Dodge Charger Scat Package was revived and announced to be coming soon to the Dodge Dart, Challenger, and Charger. The Scat Pack was a performance kit offered in the late 1960s on some Dodge vehicles, and Dodge decided to bring it back to their current muscle cars. The concept had 20 by 9 inch Hyperblack 2 lightweight wheels, eventually found on the real Scat Pack. There was also a side valence, front splitter, rear spoiler, and some black coloring on the hood. Inside there were catskin black performance leather seats, some red leather Dodge stripes on the door panels, red accent stitching, red Dodge Charger logo embroidered in the seat, black chrome door panels and bezels, a bright pedal kit, pistol grip shifter, door sills, and a wireless charging pad. There were 3 stages of the Scat Pack. Stage 1 includes a performance cold air intake, catback exhaust, Scat Package 1 badge, and a calibrated engine controller optimized for the 5.7 Hemi. Stage 2 adds another engine calibration, performance camshaft, and badging. And Stage 3 includes ported and polished cylinder heads, a revised ECU, Stage 3 badging, and high flow performance headers. If you add all 3 stages, you get an extra 75 horsepower and 44 pound-feet of torque over the regular RT, bringing the total output to 445 horsepower and 439 pound-feet of torque, just shy of the 6.4 liter Hemi engines. These Scat Package offerings never really materialized as much as Dodge had hoped, but of course we did see the Scat Pack release as a 2015 model, and it's still living to tell the tale now as a 2021 model right behind the Hellcat. 1 year after that Scat Package, Dodge would unveil the Charger RT Mopar concept at the 2014 SEMA show with the new facelift inside and out for 2015. This wasn't much of a concept, more so an early version of the production model, as the real Charger RT and the next generation of the Chargers started to look like this in 2015. It did give buyers a great first look at the new design though. It had some unique features like Touareg paint, a gloss black roof, front splitter, Mopar side sills, unique exhaust tips, and a one-piece spoiler. Under the hood is a 5.7 liter Hemi. For improved performance there is a coilover kit, front and rear sway bars, and front and rear tower braces. The wheels are Mopar lightweight 20 inchers with a granite crystal low gloss finish. Dodge was back yet again at the 2015 SEMA show, but this time around they brought a concept that focused more on the intricate details and less on being over the top and flashy, and this is one of my favorite concepts on today's list. The attention to detail was evident in what Dodge called the Deep Stage 3 Charger, wearing Scat Pack 3 badges and a Mopar design deck lid badge. It's a beautiful car with a silver bullet paint job on the lower half of the car, while the upper body, including the hood, roof, and deck lid, are all finished in matte black. Silver bullet dual stripes were then added on top of the matte black, visually letting the body color seep through the black, adding context for a fantastic look. If you look closely, you can also see a very thin Mopar blue tracer accent around each stripe, and this outline is also found on the RT badge in the grille. The body gets a Mopar kit, including a small chin splitter, side sills, deck lid spoiler, and rear diffuser. For added visual effect, Dodge used dark bronze 22-inch Mopar Classic 3 wheels, and they smoked out the headlights and taillights with a similar finish. The interior doesn't have too many changes from the regular RT, a two-tone scheme matches the exterior paint, the catskin leather seats have perforated suede fog-colored inserts, and the seats get RT embroidery and logos. Mopar Blue stitching carries through the armrests, steering wheel, and seats. That Stage 3 name was used because of the various Scat Pack stages as we just talked about in the 2014 Scat Package concept. So this did get the Stage 3 package added to the 5.7 liter Hemi with the cold air intake, catback exhaust, low restriction oil filter, new camshaft, new valve springs, tie bars, and upgraded push rods and gaskets. All of that is good for an extra 75 horsepower and 44 pound-feet of torque over the RT, bringing the total output to 445 horsepower and 439 pound-feet of torque. Extra improvements included a Mopar coilover lowering kit, strut tower braces front and back, and even a Mopar big brake kit. This next concept was shown off when Mopar unveiled the Helephant 426 supercharged Mopar Crate Hemi engine at the 2018 SEMA show. As a tribute to the iconic 1968 Dodge Charger, the Mopar team created this unique concept as a way to showcase that Helephant engine with an awesome fusion of heritage and modern styling. The concept was built using custom fiberglass and some inner steel construction that carried over from the original vehicle. Challenger Hellcat headlights are used, along with a Demon-style hood and chin splitter. The car is painted in Grigio Gray Metallic, and the body has a nice wide stance thanks to the fiberglass wheel flares. The wheelbase is increased from the classic 1968 version by 2 inches, while the body also sits 3.5 inches lower up front and 2.5 inches lower in the rear. The front devil's wheel pattern is taken from the Challenger Hellcat 20x11, while the rear gets upsized to 20x12, with 6-piston Brembos in all 4 corners. One final touch are the massive 5-inch exhaust tips that are taken from the Alfa Romeo Stelvio. Seats are taken from the Dodge Viper, rewrapped in Alcantara leather with red stitching, with 4-point Sabelt racing harness and custom roll cage, along with a Viper steering wheel and custom Mopar gauges and pedals. The rear seats are deleted to reduce weight and allow space for a custom 2-inch roll cage. The Helephant logo is found everywhere inside and out, from the gas cap to the fenders to the steering wheel. Under the hood, of course, is the 426 Hemi with an astounding 1,000 horsepower and 950 pound-feet of torque. This gets paired with a stock 6-speed Tremec manual transmission taken from the Hellcat. This was definitely an amazing way to unveil the 426 Hemi and honor the past at the same time, and Dodge did a beautiful job. The final concept today is a uniquely wrapped Charger that FCA brought to Springfest in March of 2019. At this time, there was no Charger widebody confirmed, and this wrap was actually done strategically to hide the body lines from your eyes when you look at it, a way of disguising the new widebody while the car was on public roads. Obviously, it didn't really work and everyone saw through it, but that's the reason for the weird and wacky wrap. Just like the Challenger widebody, which was released in 2018, there are 3.5-inch wider fender flares that extend on top of the wheel wells, and 20x11-inch wheels in all 4 corners, with 305/35/20 tires. The front end was different from a regular Hellcat 2, with a thinner grille and another small mail slot opening right below it. The matte black spoiler also had a steeper angle than the regular Hellcat spoilers, and was more prominent. So that's the end of today's video, and hopefully you guys enjoyed looking at these 8 Charger concepts. Which one was your favorite? Let me know down in the comment section below. Make sure to like and subscribe for more Mopar and Dodge Charger content, and I'll see you guys in the next video.